Where does F1 penalty money actually go? We see a lot of penalties in Formula 1 where both teams and drivers decide to push the stewards just a little too far and force them into imposing some kind of punishment. The punishments can vary from a teeny-weeny little fine for speeding in the pit lane during a practice session to literal disqualification and banning from the championship for things like blatant cheating. The money that they sometimes ask for, like with Max Verstappen for touching Lewis Hamilton's rear wing last weekend, where does it go? Do the stewards end up going home with pockets full of cash? Do they divide up the €50,000 and go on a night out? Not quite. Let's take it back a step first and look at what power the stewards have. They can impose a fine of up to a maximum of €250,000. Although the driver may be at fault, it is actually the team's responsibility to cough up. They have 48 hours to do so by any type of payment necessary. I have this image of an angry F1 team rocking up with wheelbarrows full of 1p coins. If a team fails to pay the fine within the 48 hours, they could be suspended from the championship as long as it remains unpaid. These stewards can turn into pretty nasty debt collectors real quick. The process is that the teams sort out the financial penalty, but most of the time it'll be the driver who has their wages docked slightly to cover the costs. I imagine there could be some arguments behind closed doors where the team blames the driver and vice versa. Similar rules apply to teams who break F1's financial regulations, such as going over the $145 million budget cap introduced this season. Article 9.5 states that payment of all fines under these financial regulations shall be made within 30 days of the date of the relevant decision. In the event an appeal is made, payment shall be suspended until the outcome of the appeal is determined. Delays in forking out for this sort of fine would automatically ban the team from the championship until it had been paid off. Ouch. Now, the money from these fines isn't spent on some incredible dinners or a fancy new car for some big boss in F1. Instead, it's put to good use through the FIA's development funds. The Motorsport Safety Development Fund was founded in 2008 using the FIA's $60 million share of the $100 million fine McLaren had to pay for their role in Spygate. In a nutshell, they stole sensitive data from Ferrari. The money is used to make improvements for on-track safety, such as high-speed barriers, debris fences, and crash impact testing. It is also used to help train marshals as well as support medical and crash training from the grassroots all the way to Formula 1. There are also other funds, such as one for mobility development, which are used to promote road safety initiatives, and also another for sport development, which was created using funds from the 2013 Concord Agreement. This particular fund can be used by national motorsport associations for various projects. For example, in the USA and Australia, they introduced their very own Formula 4 series. There you have it, where those sweet dollar bills end up when an F1 driver or team receives a fine. Do you think some financial penalties in Formula 1 are harsh enough? Or maybe they're too harsh? Let us know in the comment section below.